Hi there, I am Georgia Cranko. I am yet another clumsy artist and a disabled, weary activist in this expansive world. I write, move, dance and make films. My political and artistic leaning is towards abjection, as defined by the cultural philosopher Julia Kristeva. Abjection connotes jarring behaviors, things and feelings that produce a visceral blurring of boundaries that all social orders essentially rely on, because it also enables an uncomfortable collapsing of subject and object, self and other. This paradigm provides me with a way I can reframe my messy, non-linear and disabled lived experience as something that struggles against and with all kinds of arbitrary norms. This reframing, rather than a source of shame, my inherent, embodied vulnerability becomes one of the primary sources of my formidable truths and resilience, and only then can I feel the transformative power of my own insignificant story. I generate and create things that delight in my own little non-normative body, and how it persistently and creatively defies arbitrary norms in my own life. And in that process, I am less prone to crumble under the dense weight of people thinking I'm less than, that my body and my mind are somehow broken. As I was born into this body, and as I have always had these perplexing neural pathways to work with, this is my only reference, my only technique of inhabiting my own flesh. For me, to imagine not having to wrestle words out of my brain, or plead with my spastic muscles to not hold everything so painfully tight, is to imagine a different person with a completely different identity and life experience. Creating enables me to expose the assumed shame and discomfort attached to physical vulnerability, so it can be a way to reflect and analyze what human functionality actually looks like in the everyday. I would say it is my disabled resistance and artistic practice to be proud, authentic, and assured about everything I am, and everything I am not, all the while being told repeatedly that I shouldn't be. So often the social dialogue about disability tries to coerce people to recoil into the idea of brokenness. We are told to overcome our bodies and minds, and discount them as intricate parts of ourselves and lives. So the potential to work alongside other artists with disabilities is one that fills me with joy, because it's so rare, but so necessary that we share our experiences and skills. Our mere survival, our messy embodiments and tenuous connections to those who we love, our political resistances, a source of support, strength, and really, creative art forms in their own right. I often think about my entire life as one big performance piece. For most of my existence has been tied up in my lifelong, uneasy, and terribly inadequate performance of ordinariness, of trying to be all these things that never felt that comfortable or natural for me or my body to wear. I see my art as a way to survive, a way to claim space in a society that isn't sure that I belong in it, so it is also a political act. We spend so much of our lives wrestling with how to be defiantly substantial and visible in a world that denies us access to many of the basic things we need to function, but also to the important opportunity to write the stories that often socially define us. In 2017, I was involved in a professional development through the Art Gallery of NSW, coordinated by Front Up, where I created a solo piece called How We Touch / How We Survive. It was exploring the ways precarious and unruly bodies represent intimacy and vulnerability while also subverting common understandings of these things. I'm beginning to create a work exploring silence. I was inspired by this quote by Rebecca Solnit. She wrote, "There is always something unsaid and yet to be said, always someone struggling to find the words and the will to tell her story. Every day each of us invents the world and the self who meets that world, opens up or closes down space for others within that. Silence is forever being broken, and then like waves lapping over the footprints, the sandcastles and washed up shells and seaweed, silence rises again." I'm currently thinking about, the ugliness and beauty of silence, the space between words. Silence is a verb. What's said and what isn't, how we listen and create a subjective, selective meaning in discussions, the way unsaid things get metabolized or don't. Why? How we silence others and how we silence ourselves. Shame and social power. Privilege of having the words and the space to speak.